Okay, so I am going to record this just in case we get broken up or so that you have this for later. So I'll make sure that I will send it to you. Oh, why is it telling me I'm Emily? I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, we'll get really started. This will be just about an hour if you have to pop off. I just want to thank you again for joining. And what's exciting and what I love about this is being a coach really is your own pace. It's just the big thing is that you want to set a pace that you can hold. And I love the analogy I heard about, like, if you're driving a car and you put it into sixth gear, put it into back in first, put it into sixth, put it into first. And if you put it back in fourth between first and sixth gear, you're going to be giving yourself whiplash as well as everybody in your car whiplash. And that's the kind of the same thing with coaching. It's not something that you want to go all in for a week and then disappear for 2 months and then come back all in for a month and then disappear for 2 months. And like when you do that, you're going to give your followers that you're trying to build trust with, and you're going to give yourself and your team, you're just going to deflate yourself and get that whiplash. So the key is that you can make this be a 15-minute a day in pockets at work, or make it an hour or 2 hour a day and really go all in. You could even be like Emily and go 8 hours a day and make this a career. Within 5 years, you can be earning a 7-figure income, and that's real, that's legitimate. But so you can make it as big or as fast as you want it, depending on what you're willing to put in. My encouragement for you is just to find that pace that you can sustain. Definitely get your excitement going, and there's going to be a heavy learning phase right now. We talk a lot about not saying the O word, and I'm going to say it just so you know what it is. And the word is overwhelm. Try not to use the word overwhelm. This is a heavy learning phase. Sometimes you have to take some more time to learn than others, but it's all at your own pace, and never compare yourself to anybody else's journey. I mean, someone who's already been in network marketing or who's already been a health and fitness coach in some field is going to be a little ahead of you because they already have that understanding. What I think is great is that we all have unique talents and abilities that help us be a great coach. I already shared, Joni, you shared you're a teacher, that you have great bases right there to understand and break down what you're reading and doing and then share it with others. That's what you do for a living. Like, I know, like Michelle, Emily, and I are all in the mortgage industry, all working at other people's timelines and working fast and working customer service and working with others. That benefits us as being a coach. But as a team, we get to all kind of pull together. And although you may not be great at breaking down the numbers and the figures, someone else on the team is. And so you can pull in together and use all our resources and lean into Team Wild Rain Collective, which is where you're going to get some of the information and training. And then I love, if you have not met our Google Drive yet, I'll put the link in here. I'll be sharing the screen soon. But the Google Drive has all the tools to help you go at your pace. My encouragement is pick that pace, whether it's going to be 2 hours a week or 2 hours a day. Pick what pace you can sustain, and then just keep going it. And my hashtag that got me started was be here in a year. And when I got started, I said, okay, no matter what, I'm going to give myself a year. In fact, my husband gave me the be here in a year challenge of whether it's worth it or not. He's like, you should give it a year and see if it's worth it to continue. So at my year, I had evicted almost 70 pounds. I was about the 70-pound eviction mark. I had already gained some confidence and had some good things going for me. And we had brought him home from work to be a full-time dad. So I was like, so do you think I should stay around another year? And he says, well, I don't know. Do you think it's worth it? Like, of course it is. But if I would have looked at just 1 month, I may not have seen all the value and possibilities. So I definitely say be here in a year, and what you can do for yourself instead of just giving yourself a shorter time frame. Give yourself some grace and just keep going, fail forward. I think that'll come up a lot in this talk. So I am going to share the screen here. So I'm going to take us first. I'll give you a quick little highlight of where I'm coming. I'm in the Wild Rain Collective team Google Drive. this is something you have access to. I will put it in the chat so you can save it as a favorites. Something that I personally do is I have an iPhone, so I have a note section, and I actually have a note that has the hyperlink to my logon, my password, the phone number for customer support, and as well as the new coach checklist and this training, this shared Google Drive. Let me see if it lets me chat while I'm talking. Well, don't see the chat. Oh, here it is. Okay, I have to be small. So I just put the link to the team Google Drive there for you. And what I love is that in this drive, it's going to take you through what you're looking for. Whether you're looking to run a free challenge, you have the templates in here. You're probably already part of a cohort that is going to be running challenge groups with you and sharing responsibility. There's meal plans, there's new coach training. This is a great place to get started, getting started with the new coach checklist, and doing everything at your own pace so you can learn. And then I always challenge that learn a little bit and then release a little bit and test it out. Learn a little bit and release a little bit. Because I know that some people can get stuck in the learning phase and just taking all the information in. But if you never take action on it, you're never going to have anything come back to you. So you have to purge some of that out. So you already know that you are part of getting ready to be a 5-time elite top 100 coach company, coach team. We are 15-star, which is the highest rank that you can be in Beachbody. So these tools that you have access to in your Google Drive and in resources and paying attention and digging in and leaning in with your leaders is really here to help you succeed. So we're just going to do a little virtual tour first. You probably are in a little message thread cohort. Michelle, mine is called Stars in My Eyes. So that's just a little group where you can, put in questions. Anyway, you're probably in a private message thread in Facebook where you can put in questions about coaching. They're probably going to share some tips, maybe share the new coach checklist. I think I shared in there when we saw Carl's going to be in our call on Thursday, just some ideas and encouragement. So that's your little lean in thread. So you can ask questions and share excitement and kind of grow together as you go. And as more people join our team, we'll have other little threads to join just to keep a pod of support. I'm always about support because I did it on my own for so long. And I can't tell you how having a support group, having somewhere to lean into and grow with is so much helpful. It is so much I'm so much more successful having that support team. I shared about a new coach checklist binder, so you can use the new coach checklist binder. But there's also a wealth of information already sitting in the team page here. So I have it as one of my shortcuts. And again, Wild Rain Collective this is the team page. You will see ongoing posts in here about what's happening, anything from nutrition sharing to supporting and talking about what everybody's reading and how the team is growing and going. And this is one of my favorite spots here. So if you go to photos, you can then click on albums. And here there is a wealth of resources for you. So Jamie's taken the time already to set all these things up. Keep adding to it as you have something come up. But if you're stuck, you're looking for an idea, here is a whole photo album just about challenge group call to actions, which we'll cover a little bit later as well. And it's just how to invite people on your personal Facebook page to get some conversations started. Transformation posts, you see a whole bunch of photos, recognition, how to recognize, sharing the coaching opportunity, overcoming objections. I know you shared about looking for how to overcome money and things like that. So there's ways to talk to your audience and overcome objections just by making a post, so that the person in the private message doesn't feel like you're pointing them out. And they'll just come along side and say, oh, she must be talking to a lot of people that think it costs too much, and I'm not alone. Well, maybe I'll give it a try. And sometimes you can overcome those objections by making a post, as opposed to just in a private message thread talking to one person. One of the things that I followed for months was this daily social media guide. And it basically is like what to post and talk about 101. And you can come on here and just pick a Monday and then set your reminder on your phone and follow the posts. So share a recipe, find some inspiration, share your sweaty selfie, talk about your business, talk about your family, your coffee, your friends. And it basically just helps you start that foundation for sharing on Facebook. And all of this is in the team page that you can search bar anything that you're looking for. If you're looking for, you heard someone's doing the ultimate reset and you want to find out more about it, click ultimate reset and search, and here you'll find tons of information in the team page about how to share results or what to do when it comes to the ultimate reset. So anything that you need or find a value to share in here is going to help you. So this team page, I definitely recommend making that a favorite and having the notifications on if it is not already. That's something that you definitely should do, so that you have the notices for the team meetings that are twice a month, and you have notices of pop-up surprises and things that are going on.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah.
How did you make that a favorite on your Facebook?
Great question. So when you go to the team page, when you go to the group, this will work for your challenge group as well. In the more, I guess I'll unpin it so right now it's not a favorite of mine. So when I come here, I go to more and it says pin to shortcuts. On your phone, it says add to favorites.
Yeah.
So then you just click add to favorites. Oh no. I just lost my pin. Oh well, I'll figure out how to get it back. But so you can add it to favorites that way. Did it work for you?
How do I talk again?
Oh, I hear you.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah.
I have an Android. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, on I'm going on the phone app. Oh, apparently I now have too many favorites. So I'll have to play with that later. But for me, I hover on it and I make my challenge group and my Wild Wing Collective team, I make that my favorite, so that they're definitely there. You can also change your notifications. I recommend at minimum, have your friends' posts so that you see when your coach posts in the group. The highlights or all posts, I should probably turn that now that I took it out of my favorites, is going to just help it get to your news feed and help the notifications get to you. That way you can stay in the loop of what's going on. I use that too as a tool for myself to stay connected. Like I said, I was trying to do things on my own for so long, and I found that having these reminders and having this team around me helped me focus and come back in. Oh, found the instructions for Android. Awesome. Thank you, Emily. Oh, look at you guys. You guys are awesome. See, when in doubt, Google it out or search it or in the search tab or discussion. Okay, so moving right along. The next thing is YouTube. So I know myself, I have a YouTube channel where I've been sharing, and just every time I make a recording, I share it here. So I would love for you to start a YouTube channel. It's free and you can make it private, only because we go back 2 years ago to my first YouTube video. And this is a diversion, but I think it's so worth it. I was teaching about water by, that's me, filling up 5 bottles. And I have to drink all of these 5 bottles by the end of the day. So I was just practicing and flexing. And personally, I found that as I shared and would record it, I would help myself staying accountable. And now I have this fun, like sometimes embarrassing journey on YouTube. But also now that I have a team that's growing, I have a video for how to set up your direct deposit. So if you're stuck on how to set up your direct deposit, I can help you there. If you're ready to go to the first level of leadership, I have a What's Emerald. Or you want to talk about 80-day obsession, time nutrition, I can share a video. So anything that you had to find the answer to is something you can save a video for yourself for later. So that's something, but it's also a great coach resource. Jamie should come up as one of my favorites. There she is. Jamie has tons of training videos here, as well as all the top coaches have training videos. So not only do you have access to the training in the Beachbody, which I'll take you to the coach office next, but you also have this ability from fellow coaches. So YouTube is a great resource. Google, you'd be surprised. You can find so many Beachbody answers in Google. Google Beachbody Challenge Pack on sale, Beachbody Challenge Pack picture, Beachbody Challenge Pack breakdowns. Like whatever you need to find, you can find in Google, or like I said, in the team page by searching or going into your coach office. So your coach office, if you haven't played around here too much, you go to teambeachbody.com and you log on, and then you come to the coach tab and go to coach office. And I pop in here probably 4 or 5 times a day, partially because I get free leads as a leader hitting Success Club every month, which we'll cover. But I pop in here to see what's going on with volume, what's going on in the coach breaking news down here. You have the FAQ resources as well as the training resources. What my paycheck is, like anything that I need to do, I can find in here, whether I want to grow my business, I want to have rewards and recognition, check what's going on, or have some extra training. I love in the training library, they have this great new challenge group training tab, and it's called Challenge Group Guides. So sometimes when I'm looking as what to share with my private group, or if I have to make an educational post, I want to share some value in my group, or I want to share some value in the team page or in my personal page, here you are. You can jump in here and say, let's talk about Transform 20. And you can peek through the challenge group guides, and all this is your information. Beachbody has these resources for you, and you can use any of these pictures, any of these stories, any of these transformations that you see, any of the information or verbiage. I always say when you are copying and pasting a verbiage, make sure that you turn it to your own voice, because your followers, your friends, people who know you or see you on Facebook on a regular basis, they know how you talk. They know your words. So if you're not super formal and you make a post that's super formal robot, people aren't going to connect with it because that's not you. So I always say just like use the words as a guideline, so that you can have an idea of what you want to share, have some of the nuts and bolts, but then change it up and make it your own words. And while we're actually in the challenge group, I'm going to take a moment just to talk about something called curiosity marketing. And we'll talk about this a little bit more later as well. But that's where we're not going to share Shakeology or the name of the company in just saying, join me with Beachbody, or join me, drink my Shakeology, or a shaker cup with Shakeology on it. The idea is that is company branding that somebody can just go and Google and find on their own. They don't need you. But if you take a cute picture with your wine glass filled with something chocolate looking, and say, I'm getting my superfood shake in, instead of calling it Shakeology, that makes somebody curious to have to talk to you. And that's when some of the magic happens, in those private conversations and in those engagements. So I always say, like, these stock photos are not something that you you're going to actually use on your personal Facebook. This is something you can use in your private group when you're already having them connected to you as a client or a coach. But all these resources are right in the back office for you. So I absolutely love that we have this at our fingertips, and that the company spends so much time and money in marketing and in putting together things for us to use and grow from. The next thing is, the new coach playlist on Jamie's YouTube. Also, if you started your new coach checklist, you should have already signed up for the text. Has everybody signed up for the text for Monday wake-up calls, National Wake-Up Call every Monday? That is a super great way to start your training on a regular basis. It's a commitment of 30 to 40 minutes on a Monday. You can listen to it while you're working. It records and saves to the podcast archive so you can listen on your drive home, and just make a commitment to be on that call one way or the other on Monday or Tuesday, so that you can get the what's going on and FAQs. You can hear who's celebrating, and you can hear some tips from a top coach, and then just pick one thing and act on it. So definitely be a doer and find a solution. And I'm not saying you have to check into all these places every day. You don't have to go in the new coach binder every single day and do training, as well as on YouTube, as well as the back office, as well as the podcast. I'm not trying to overfill you with training. I'm just saying there's lots of different resources for you, and you can decide what is going to be the best way for you to learn and then take action on it. And make sure that you tell your coach if you need something different, or if you're struggling with that. So definitely find what works for you. There is a plethora of resources, and we always have things going on. This new coach call that we're on right now happens every Saturday. There's a different leader who shares, so you'll get something different from each of them. They talk a little different. They've learned a little different. They have different strengths, so you'll learn something. You could come back next Saturday and you could learn a whole bunch of new things from one of our other leaders. So definitely the information is here to help you if you are willing and interested to go forward. And of course you are, because you're here. So I love that. Now, this is my favorite part of coaching, because it's basically, this is our job description. The 4 vital behaviors are your goal as your daily job description. And whether that means on a very small scale of 15 minutes a day, or whether you're willing and ready to carve out 2 hours a day or carve out 8 hours a day, these are the 4 things that you want to practice at and get better. And just like I shared, the more that you practice, the more that you work on being a better version of yourself, and you just like lean into the group, you will improve. That'll bring more confidence, that'll bring more opportunities, and that's going to help you. So just keep looking out a year forward. So the first of the vital behaviors is to attract, connect, and invite. Basically, you're going to use your social media to brand yourself. So this is what I call documenting your journey. This is when you're telling them a little bit about what's going on in your life. You're sharing your work, your commute, you're sharing your food, your struggles. And now I'm not talking about like sharing all the negative stuff, but so for example, I'll be talking about how I used to really go down a rabbit hole this time of year. I was the cookie monster. I would have easily 15 cookies a day at the office. Lots of people and reps would bring in food, and it would be all around the office, and I would just give in the cookies all day long. And then I would say, well, since I had those cookies, it doesn't matter what I eat for dinner. And well, it doesn't matter what I ate for dinner, so I'm not going to make I would just go down this binge nasty cycle for weeks. And I would come out of the holidays feeling horrible and stuffed. And now I can still enjoy some of my mom's favorite cookies, or my favorite cookies that my mom makes. And I can still enjoy the holidays and parties, but I don't feel deprived anymore. So this is where you can share some of those pain points you used to have, and how coaching or some part of your program has helped you. So I know To Be Mindset, Joni, you said that that's helped you so much. This is where you get to share a little bit about my before and my now. And your now does not have to be perfect. Your now does not have to be, I lost 100 pounds. Your now can be, I have more energy. I lost my first pound. I had my first customer join me. Like, your now is what your now is. I found that people want real. They want to know and see someone who's in it and living it now. They don't want that perfect person that looks like they never had a challenge in their life. So this is when you get the opportunity to share what you are all about. We have a color wheel. And so you can just do a brainstorm real quick and kind of write down, who are you? Me, I'm a unicorn. I'm a unicorn dork. I love Doctor Who. I'm a fitstigator. I like to be around people, and like my husband calls me the social butterfly. I'm a boy mom. I have a 7-year-old. I have a husband. I work a day job. I call myself a DJ. It's a desk jockey. I'm like moving the papers around, typing, answering the phone, pulling things down, verifying. And those are all like pieces about me that I can share as I'm putting a message out there. And then connecting and inviting others. So one of the things that I want to encourage you is, I have so many people that have been in network marketing before, or they are scared to get involved in network marketing because they don't want to have to ask their friends and family to join them. I just want to encourage you that I wish all my friends and family would join me. I feel amazing. I am happier and more confident. I used to be a zombie. I used to like come home from work, bundle up in so many blankets, and like zombie out for hours, at least 4 or 5 hours a night. And I'm just being honest. I used to zombie out to Netflix or TV. I didn't want my husband to touch me because I was ashamed of my body. I would hide from everything. I wasn't thriving. I wasn't living. I wasn't enjoying. But since becoming a coach, I'm dancing around saying, touch my butt, touch my arm, look at this muscle, look what I can do. I'm getting involved, and I'm having fun with my son and getting down there and playing games with him and running around. And I'm not getting out of breath, and I'm not saying, you go do it, I'll stay at home. I'm saying, I'm coming with you. All those things are great. So the biggest thing to help you overcome inviting someone else is find those positives in your life and realize we're just offering an opportunity. They can enjoy this with us, and they can get some really great benefits in their life. If you don't have one positive benefit you have found from coaching, you wouldn't be here. There is something connecting that you have had a win for. Either it's more energy, or losing weight, or making a friend, or smiling more, or laughing more, or learning something. So focus on those things instead of the other part that's holding you back. And then just realize that you can also grow your network. So I'm going to help you here. Right now, I'm going to show you how to make some new friends. And making some new friends, I look for friends who are like me. So one of the things that I shared about is I love unicorns and Doctor Who. So I feel a little unicorny today because I'm wearing pink hat, and so I'm actually just gonna pop on unicorn hearts, see who liked this, see who Misty is. She likes unicorns. Scroll through and see if Misty, if something pops out that connects me to Misty, and send her a friend request. Something else that you can do when you're just getting started, and this, I would aim to at least add a handful of friends every day. This is Carrie. She's been my friend for 25 years. And I have to give a love on a little picture when you see a little girl, right? But she's been my friend for 25 years. Actually, it's probably 27 now. But we went to high school together. We were in middle school together. And so if I go to her friends list, I bet I can find friends that, she has her friends private. Not a good example. But I bet I can find friends with her that went to school. people that went to school with me. So if I go here and I look at people who've been commenting who I'm not friends with, I bet that I'm able to find someone that, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to Lenny in several years. Tanya Lynn, oh my God, went to school with Tanya. I haven't talked to her. Ooh, it looks like something's happening with a man. Maybe she's getting married soon or something. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, look at the kids. Oh, does she have twins? So here, this is someone I went to high school with that I haven't talked to. I send her a friend request and say, happy December. Gosh. Just say hi. There, I made a friend with someone who I was actually in high school with. So that's way that you can find people to add to your network. So as you add more people to your network, your friends list is going to grow. More people are going to see your posts, and then you don't have the pressure of asking the same 20 people every day. So does that make sense? Does that feel a little less scary than just mass friending people or worrying about asking the same people over and over again? Does that make sense? See, I see nods. I see thumbs up. Okay, good. So, and then connecting. So this is my favorite part too. Okay. I guess it can't all be my favorite, but a lot of it's my favorite. So here's the thing. When you you make a post here this morning, I was talking about doing things on my own. You can see people liking and commenting. When someone likes or comments on your picture on your post, that's like eye contact. That's to me an open handshake. That's an opportunity to have a conversation. And first, I like to take off the expectation that everybody's joining you and look at the win as the conversation. And all these people who are commenting, saying that I would look like great having these earmuffs, commenting on my transformation or my workout photo, that's an invitation to talk to them. These 15 people saw this post and wanted to have a like on it. I'm going to be reaching out to Pamela and saying, hey, thanks for your love on my post. Are you planning a fitness goal for the new year? And all these things are like just a conversation question. Before you send them a conversation starter, connecting with them, I want to have a real relationship with someone. I'm in this for real. My job starts when you join me, so I want to be able to get along with you. So I'm going to start by going to her page, and I'm going to see what is she sharing? What is she posting about? Oh, she's getting her hair cut. She's getting ready for the new year. Yes, yes, yes. I'm team short hair, So just kind of see what she's sharing and then send her a private message and say, hey, thanks for your support on my post. Were you interested in the program? Or did you have any plans for the new year? Just having a conversation with them. And then going from there and listening in. One of the biggest things that I need to come back to you for a minute here. One of the biggest things that I can encourage you with is that when you're having a conversation with someone, remember that you have the solution. So you're listening for what their pain point is. I can't tell you how often I spend my day hearing someone say, I need to lose 10 pounds. I don't know what to eat. I feel no energy. I wish that I could do what you do. Those are all pain points that we have the solution for. And so all you're doing is you're offering them a solution to the pain point that they're expressing. And so first you're making your posts, you're documenting your journey. That's all you're doing is documenting your journey. And then you're starting a message with them and seeing if you connect and if you have a conversation, and gosh, just focus on them, ask the questions. That's one of the tips that Jamie gave me that I try to work on a lot is the person asking the questions is in control. And I just want to give you some power for a moment. I want to take power from wherever I can grab it and hand it to you and say, you are the business owner. You have, even if it's one day ahead of them, you have one day ahead of them. You have one day of success. You have one day of understanding. You have one day ahead of them of how this can help them. You are in control. And I want you to think back now to when you were, has anybody played sports and had a coach in their life or joined a gym or joined a program? You were looking for a solution. So instead of worrying, because I used to be stuck in my head worrying a lot about, I don't want them to think I'm trying to sell them something. I don't want them to think, I used to have all these worries up front first. But what I want to encourage you is you have the solution. And if they're coming to you and telling you, I wish I could lose 10 pounds, I wish I could do what you do, I wish I could have those results, they're looking for a solution. You have a solution to offer them. So you come to them with power. I have a solution for you. Like, this will be great. And it's a money back guarantee, right? It is 100% money back guarantee. You will either get results or I will get you your money back. And I would like to get you your results so that we can have fun and keep doing this together. So you have nothing to lose, and just kind of focus on that part, that I have the solution. Instead of waiting for them to tell you I want to do it, say, I think this will be great for you, and here's why. You already shared that you're a busy teacher. You don't have a lot of time to run around between classes. You need a short workout. We've got this great program coming out. It's 20 minutes a day. You're going to get a quick meal on your way to work. I'm going to have like a supportive crew that'll help you when you're having those stressful days from your job. And this is going to be a great solution. Would you be interested in that? Do you feel it'll help you meet your goals? And then just flat out ask them in those ways. And I don't know, I feel like it's the best world that we have. We have like the best middleman job, and people are looking for solutions. They're going to join a gym. They're going to go buy supplements at the store. They're going to go try to find these solutions on their own. And we have all of it in one package. So I like to focus on that part. The next step, number 2, so attract, connect, and invite. So those are just conversations. Your coach has scripts. When you're in the Wild Rain Collective Google Drive, in the new coach binder, there's some training in here that will help you. Also, there's inviting training. These are sample conversations right at your fingertips that you can cut and paste and use your own verbiage for, and some trainings. There's some YouTube videos. So like I said, if you tell your coach or you look in the team page, you will find a training that will help you attract, connect, and invite better. And of course, one of the best ways that you can attract, connect, and invite better is by being a proof of the product. Part of our job description is getting our daily vitamins, getting some of our physical activity, even if we're at a point that we're doing 2B mindset, we're not ready to work out and we're just walking or doing yoga. And I shouldn't say just, because it's movement, it's extra credit, right? But being a proof of what you're using. I mean, obviously, yeah, if you're trying to sell something to people that you're not using, that's going to feel super salesy and crappy, because you just want a paycheck from them. You're not actually finding value in the product yourself. So you can also release that fear of being salesy, or release that fear of trying to just sell them, by the fact that you are actually using the products and getting a benefit, because it is all about the worth. I will tell you, I have had people tell me no, that they didn't have the money, and then the next day they bought a $200 Vitamix and put it on Facebook. And I was like, you didn't have $160 to join me to lose weight, but you found $200 for a Vitamix. Like it's all about the worth. And then I realized I didn't I didn't go through and tell them everything that they're getting. I didn't show them the value of my private community. I didn't show them the value of weekly dietitian created meal plans right to their inbox. I didn't show them that they're going to have more energy and feel better about themselves and lose weight. So the way you can show them that is by being a proof of your products, taking the supplements in your shake, right? Drinking water, following To Be Mindset during the holidays, sharing, like being a proof the product works is going to show them the value in what they're getting. Because let me tell you, you can go to 10 spin classes for $160. I love spin classes. I love group fitness. But for $160, you can get a whole year of workouts right at your fingers, with meal plan information attached to it, with a schedule created by professional trainers that are set in an order to maximize your results, and getting a free shirt for completing the program every 30, 60, 90 days that you complete. You get one shirt a year, but you can you just have to complete that one program. And the private community with fun games and incentives and encouragement and inspiration and recipes galore, like all of that for a whole year compared to 10 spin classes. Like, buy the 10 spin classes anyway if you want to do the spin classes, but oh my gosh, you should absolutely have what we have to come alongside what you're going to do. 10 spin classes is not going to help you have a healthy, most healthy year. It's going to have you have a healthy 2 weeks. You can get a healthy year, and you can show the value of that by talking to your community about it. I get a whole year of support. I am drinking, I get a whole handful of vitamins in one shake. Prebiotics and probiotics used to be in the fridge in a separate pill. That's in my shake. I used to drink some gross tasting shakes. Like share and be a proof that the products have a benefit. The third thing, gosh, and I keep wanting to say this is the most important, but honestly, the 4 vital behaviors are vital. They are all most important. And I love that 2 of the 4 things you have to do as a coach make you better, right? Being a proof the products works. You have to work out. You have to drink water. You have to eat healthy. You have to drink your shake. Am I saying 100%? No. You are still going to enjoy your parties. You are still going to enjoy some silly food every once in a while. That's okay. But most of the time, you have to be healthy. And that's what you want when you joined. You wanted to lose weight when you joined. That's part of your job requirement now. And there's some tax deductions in there. So definitely talk to your CPA or H&R Block or your tax deduction or pay attention when you do your taxes. You have some benefits there. And then PD and personal development and professional. So that's reading books and spending time on podcasts. There's so many great podcasts we share. I know in my private group, in the team page, we have a list of personal development books. Even just 10 minutes a day is going to improve who you are. Because if you want to change your life, you have to change what you do. And what you do all starts with what's in your head. You can't do something different if you don't have new information. Your brain is just like a supercomputer, and it needs the information to make action. So to do something new, to do something different, you're going to have to fill it with different information. So you have to reprogram your brain on some good things. You're going to have to get rid of some past failures and past limiting beliefs. And you can't do that on your own because you don't know how. I love the example of getting to a wall in the middle of the road. That wall, that failure, say I always lose 30 pounds and then I quit. I lose 30 pounds, I just can't get past it. It's not that you're not meant to do more than 30-pound loss. It's not that you're not meant to succeed more than you have. It's that you haven't learned and become the person you need to get over that wall or to get forward more. You need to learn something new to become the woman to get over that hurdle. And that's where the personal and professional development comes in. And then the fourth and final vital behavior is just celebrating and recognizing others. Find someone in your challenge group who's been showing up for their workout every day this week and make a post and shout them out on Facebook. find someone who's sharing and who did something, and just shout them out, make them feel good. That's what coaching is recognizing others, working on yourself, and asking others to join you. And so hopefully I went a little deeper in there than I should. So I have to be mindful of time and I guess go a lot quicker through some of these other things. But I felt like that's really an important nugget of what to do. And I asked everybody to get their phone because I wanted to do something quick with you. When it comes to attracting and connecting and posting and sharing your journey. I talked briefly about curiosity marketing, where you're not going to use anything that says Shakeology in your pictures. Like use a different bottle for your shake, use a glass, use a mug. But I want you, if you can, grab your phone, and I want you to get to your picture section, and I want you to put it in selfie mode. And this is something else, is as you're making pictures and as you're working on your business to attract others to join you, you want to start to be a little more mindful about your pictures. And one thing that is a huge thing for new coaches is they're being vulnerable and starting to share, and sometimes their pictures are just dark. You can't see them. And so something I just want you to try is put your phone in front of you and take a selfie, and I want you to spin in a circle and see how the light on your face changes and how it changes the picture just by the shading of the picture. Ooh. Or what's in the background, like your 3 weeks of dirty laundry. I chose to suck at laundry the last 2 weeks. And then snap a couple selfies so you can see the difference in the lighting. And so finding the light is something that will really help you. There are little diva lights for like $5 at Five and Below. I think I've even seen them at the dollar store, so that you can actually get lights. I've got the Mama of lights here. This is my big diva light.
My stepson just got one of those from his doctor's office that he cleans. I may steal that from him.
Oh yeah. Blinded by the light is like a good thing for pictures, because if it's clear and crisp, it is more likely that someone is going to read it, read your post. So you're going to spend, I know sometimes you spend a lot of time like pouring your heart and soul into making a post, but if the picture doesn't grab their attention, they're not even going to read it. And one of the easiest ways to help grab attention is clear, direct light. Don't hide. Be the light. Be the light. So I love it. Okay, so somehow I got 3 minutes to go through the rest of this stuff. I should have practiced more, I guess. Session in progress. And there are always questions that you can, oh, what am I doing? So, okay. So moving on. So as a coach, when you have someone join you with either 90 PV worth of on demand, like they order Shakeology, Home Direct, or when they buy a challenge pack, you're going to get 2 Success Club points. And those Success Club points, starting with 5 points, earn you extra bonuses and rewards. Once you become an Emerald coach and you have your monthly auto ship and you help 3 people, you help 3 people the month before, you're going to start getting free leads from the company, which I think is so awesome that people looking for help and support are going to be delivered to you. And then when you help 5 people a month with either Challenge Pack or Shakeology or one of the on-demand 90 PV products, you're also going to earn paid leads where someone buys Shakeology and you earn the commission on it. So there's so much potential in earning more. And Success Club is just a metric way the company is going to help you by giving you extra rewards and trips and little bonuses, little shirts and hats and things like that for hitting these measures. And it's basically just additional rewards to you for sharing and making money. So I don't know, it's like the perfect storm for me. My Shakeology is basically free, and at first I said no because it cost too much. And I'll be honest, when I got started, I did not have the money. I actually went to Target and got a credit card on my Target credit card so I could order what I was ordering. And I just basically charged the charge to get started. And I'm not saying that I don't want somebody to go in debt when it comes to like joining me. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like you can find a way to make it happen, and you're probably already doing that. I will tell you, putting things on credit card is something I was doing prior to getting started. And this was probably the healthiest and smartest thing I ever put on a credit card. And now it's helping me to get in a place to pay down my debt and have my husband home here from work. So that's just like a side note. But you're getting the reward, and it's going to help you be better when you have someone else to show up for. Everybody, as a coach, you earn 25% commission every Thursday. But the first level of leadership is called Emerald, which is basically just you with two coaches. And they don't have to be a coach building a business. They could be a discount coach. Most of my customers are discount coaches because I would say if you're going to be investing in yourself and getting that daily nutrition, you should also invest in yourself and get the discount. So there's no obligation to have to build the business, but you have this open, and now you're going to earn additional income because of being Emerald. So that is your first level of business. Your next level will be double Emerald, which means that you helped 4 people join you. And then triple Emerald, which means 6 people have joined you. And then the next step is active Diamond, which is the rank that I'm currently at. And it looks a lot different. I have a couple emeralds on my right, and we're growing my left. So this will keep growing. And then when I help someone become Diamond, I'll become 1-star Diamond. And I help a second person, I become 2-star. So now you can see our team that's a 15-star elite team has 15 business owners, at least at this base rank here. So you can actually, you can actually go Emerald in just a few hours. I actually remember that I had someone join me for the discount, and then to go Emerald, I signed up my husband on my weak leg so that I could take advantage of a couple extra incentives. In our Emerald training, we talk about how Beachbody allows us to have 2 business centers besides ourselves. So it's called U+2, and you can actually pay for your mom, your child, or your spouse to have an account under you that just helps you earn additional income and bank some additional PV and things, and take some control in your business and whether you get those extra leads and whether you earn those extra cycle bonuses. So we can go a little more into that specifically privately when you're ready to set up your business in that way and you have some people joining you. But that's just a neat thing that I love, that with Beachbody you can actually own more than one business center, so that you can be in control and that you're not waiting on somebody else to take action. You can take action and take care of it for yourself. And then we have lots of different trackers. We talked about the vital behaviors, the adding to your network. Here's like adding 3 people to your network, finding 5 people to talk to, making 3 invitations, talking to someone about the business. So these checklists are in the Google Drive. Find the one that works for you, or create your own based on what metrics you want to hit every day. And then my goal is for you is to try to hit it every day. And guess what? If you don't hit every single mark every day, I bet you at least do some of it. And if you keep striving forward and trying to hit every day, you will end up further than you are and succeeding in ways, and you'll gain more confidence and it will become easier. So the new coach binder, this is definitely where you want to start until you complete it, because this is going to take you through that power of 3 checklist, and it's going to take you through the training videos and just more in depth of what we're talking about. The top 3 tips for you are consistency. I talked about this up front. Find a pace that you can sustain, and just promise yourself to be here in a year. Just at least for yourself, so that you can show yourself what a year can do. Because you will be so surprised how much further you can go if you just decide you're not going to give up. And then fail forward. I love the book Finish by John Acuff, because he talks so much about perfection being the killer of so many greatness, so many great people. Because if it's not perfect, I'll just quit. No, failing's going to happen. And just the sooner you can accept it and look at it as an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to be better, is going to help you for the long run. Because people will say no. You will have the scale go up and down. You are going to have something come up in your life that gets you busy and distracted. Things are going to happen. And as long as you know that it's going to happen, but you're willing to do it anyway, that's where you're going to keep failing forward and find success. And then your mindset. You get your mindset by who you spend time with, showing up for these calls, showing up in your challenge group, reading your personal development or listening to it if you don't have, if you're not a reader, and digging in and just helping your mindset. And that's going to fill you up, and you will see it radiates to your whole life. I will tell you how much of a better mom and wife I am because I work on myself and have this business. The next thing is there are opportunities a couple times a year to get together for some in-person training. You can check the calendar and see the next one's January 12th. I'll be running one in Catasauqua locally here, but they are in within every city in the United States, Canada, and UK. So it's something that you can come and in person, meet other coaches in your area, or take a drive and meet some fellow coaches in person to help yourself. Because you're not going to get all this in one day. You're not going to get all this in one training. You could probably rewatch this video tonight and you'll pick something else up different. So homework wise is I hope that you found at least one thing that you learned today. I did want to pop back to a question, make sure I got some questions. So I do have some more for you, but make sure that you pull at least one thing that you can put into place and take action on it, and then share it with your upline. And then if you have any questions or anything like that, post that in our event so I can find, like, if there's something that I went through really quickly and you want me to dig into deeper, let me know. And so I can jump back in it. And then spend some time physically saving these pages. Save them to your favorites if you go on the computer, or save them to a notepad so that you have somewhere to find them so you can visit them on a regular basis, and make it simple for yourself. And then decide what it is that you want, not only with Beachbody, but like, what do you want to see for your family? And this is a great time of year to do this. With 2019 coming, pick a word for the year and decide what you want, because then when you share it with us, we can help you work towards those things. I'm going to come back really quickly before I pop off. I know I wanted to make sure I hit the questions, and went just briefly in. This is me trying to stall while I get back to the question because I wrote it down.
I'm going to say goodbye real quick. My kids are going a little haywire. So thank you, Jennifer.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. And we'll follow up and help you
okay,
get
thank you.
And closing the deal. So we'll see you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks. So I got distracted really easy. But so something about as far as feeling salesy. I feel like when someone's being salesy, it's because they're just doing a stock photo and just trying to sell you a product and leaving. And I feel like you can release that feeling because that's when our job starts. And I know like Michelle and Emily right now, I feel lucky because we're all in the same group. That we give so much value in the group on a daily basis and we lift each other up. Really, honestly, it's something you have to internally kind of let go of and feel like, you're right. I have a lot of value that comes along with this. Like, a lot's going to happen, and we're going to get to do a lot together after this purchase is made. It's not about that one monetary purchase. It's about what can this person get. And honestly, if they're trying to lose 100 pounds, I've evicted over 111 pounds. I know these products work and can do that, or they can get their money back, right? If they're looking for community because they're a stay-at-home mom and they're out of touch from the area, we have people posting all day long. Sometimes people are posting at 3 a.m. when I'm sleeping. So I'm sure it's you West Coast people or the UK people, but people are posting like almost 24/7. If you can go in there, it's not too long. Like if you just start commenting and posting on other posts, you can start a relationship. I can't tell you how many of the people that were in the group that didn't know anybody in the group. And now we look at mutual friends and there's like 20 mutual friends because they've joined these relationships while they've been working on themselves. And then I like to say, kind of look at how I share and how the other leaders on the team share and how I talk to you. And do you feel like I was salesy to you? And then kind of feel good, like that's what you're going to duplicate what you see and what's around you. And honestly, I will write this down, but I have maybe one time I had someone say, "Oh, you're just trying to sell me something." And I responded, I was just like, I hope my excitement and passion doesn't come across as pushy. I honestly just know how much this changed my life. And that's sincere. This has changed my life. I was not, like you saw that YouTube video from 2 years ago. I'm a different woman. My energy is different. My voice is different. My daily life is different. There's so much more. So if my passion comes across pushy, it is not my intent. I sincerely just want to help you, and I will give you your money back if you find it doesn't work for you. And just have to feel good about what it's doing for you. And that's where working on yourself and putting yourself first, filling your cup first, putting your oxygen mask on first, just like an airline stewardess, like doing those things first will help you to overcome that part. And it'll just get better as you go. I feel, to me, like salesy is $160 challenge pack for sale, like $50 this for sale. And I don't see any of us doing that, and then, okay, you bought it, I'm never going to talk to you again. Like that's salesy to me. In this case, we're offering you a solution that you get a community right along with you. And so I don't feel bad about it at all. I feel empowered knowing what it's done for me. And you're going to feel so much more confidence as you feel better, right? As you start to get your results and you start to find your wins and find those things. And then just no is going to happen. And I always look at it as not right now. And because I can't tell you how many people told me no the first year who then asked me to join a year later. I've been watching you for a year. What do I have to do to get started? And then it's not even like they don't even care about the price at that point because they've been watching me for a year. So I always think it's like not right now. And nobody is a waste of time. Like I feel like even when we talked on the phone for the first time, I feel like you said, maybe you didn't. I feel like something like, I hope it wasn't a waste of time or something like, or we're spending a lot of time on the phone. I don't know. Someone recently I talked to said about time. And I was like, man, a conversation is a win. It's a seed. Like a conversation is, if I had a conversation and you're willing to listen to a little more of my story, I know you're going to pay attention to what I'm doing and we're going to get to connect more and learn more. And that's a win. Like to me, time, there's no failure in time. Like there's no failure in time with people. And then Joni was asking a little bit about closing the deal. And I think sometimes it's coming from that mentality of we have the solution and trying to find out what the no is. Like what is really the no? So if people tell me they have a money struggle, I ask them, so is there nothing else holding you back? Is it seriously just the money, or is there something else? Like if you had the money today, you would absolutely join me. And I can't tell you how many times when I ask that, someone will tell me, well, I've tried so many things and I failed, and what's going to make this different? And God, can I relate to that? I can relate to that because I, for 20 years, tried things that didn't work. And here, it wasn't the money, it was the belief in themselves. And it was that they don't believe they can do it. And now having that understanding, like, okay, let me tell you, first of all, you're not defined by your past failures. I know how that feels. For 20 years, I lost and gained weight, lost and gained, lost and gained, lost and gained. I failed at business. I've done so much of that. You're not defined by that. You just haven't learned what you need to get over that hump and get past that spot. Doesn't mean you're not meant to be a size 10. It doesn't mean you're not meant to succeed in business. It just means that you didn't learn what you need to get there. And I promise you, I will be here to support you. I have this great community. And if you find this is not for you, 30 days from now, you get your money back. And I'll give you your money back. Like, I'm not worried about that. I just don't want you to quit before you even try. So if I can promise you to give you your money back in 30 days, and I have this community set up with daily inspiration and motivation, you're going to have the workouts at your fingertip, the meal plans to your email every week, and try 30 days of getting vitamins and seeing your energy increase. Are you willing to get started? You know? And I've had yeses from that, who originally said no, they didn't have the money, but reality was they didn't believe in themselves. So that's just, that'll come with time. And we have scripts to help with that. And you learn, like, some of that I learned. I didn't realize it was a value worth, I don't believe in myself, no, up front. I thought, well, yeah, I understand. I didn't have money either. Then I was like, wait a minute, Jen, I didn't have money, but I found a way. So what makes it different? And then I realized, oh, I know what makes it different. They don't believe in themselves. So I just want to ask, so is it really just the money, or is there something else going on? You know? So hopefully that was helpful. It was a lot of information. Definitely don't try to act on it all immediately, but just pick one thing. Notes. Yay, I'm going to stop recording. Oh.